Opening the window in the morning, you look directly down in the sea. We have to go down here. It's too inviting when you look here. Wow. So nice. Wow. Also absolutely reasonable if you're going for pizza. Fig jam, honey, anchovies, olive oil. Just sit here and eat. I mean, how amazing is that? How amazing is that? Hi everyone, in the video today I'm going to show you Postira on island Brac, located on the northern side of the island, roughly 10 kilometers from where the ferry arrives from Zastup. The town has around 1,800 people living here, and it's of course a city centered around tourism. So please follow me around when we walk around in the city and have a look at the beaches. So let's go. They forgot the swimming trousers, at least the one I could see from here. So we are now entering Postira from the east. So this is one of the beaches in Postira you can visit. We're going to show you now. It's called Lovrečina. Yeah, it doesn't seem big, but inviting it looks. And it even has a coffee bar, so what more do you want? No. Nice little pebble beach. And quite popular as it seems. Lovrečina. So good beach option. But it really looks neat. I mean, as soon as you enter the town, you have the first city beach. Not big one, but you know, enough that you can take a towel and enjoy for some time. And you know, look at the buildings, how nice a lot of it is here. So now we're going towards the east direction from the center. I'm gonna see what we find out here. So coffee bar. Probably they drink a lot of coffee in Postira. Oh. Finally a restaurant. I was thinking all the time why, because all of them we pass now look like coffee bars, but here's actually a restaurant which looks quite neat. And here's the birthplace of Vladimir Nazor. It's actually here in Postira. So the house in Bobovic, that was only his weekenditza, or for a period. Pity that they didn't fix this up. Could be a beautiful building. So it seems that mostly of the boats here in the port is just small local boats, and you have these cruisers, mini cruisers, the gullets, stopping here. But there's not that many yachts. There's not really a bigger marina here. Okay, here we also have food. Look, this looks like kind of the style you see from when you see the pictures from New Orleans, with a balcony. So already after this small walk, a really nice local beach, set up with everything. Seems also relatively shallow, the water at the beginning here, so even kids can play here. And you have even for disabled over here. There's a disabled part, so you have this chair where you can lower people in the water, and you can actually drive in with a wheelchair. Well done, Postira. But the vibe here is just, you know, holiday, holiday, holiday. And it seems very quiet here. Although there's quite a few people, but it seems quiet in one particular way. Grill garden, more traditional food. Let's see what they have. Meat, veal, lamb chops. I was just thinking if they had pecker and stuff. No, they don't have. Yes, they actually have. No, lamb peaches, veal and lamb. Yes, they have pecker here. Nice. They managed. So there's a lot of people out with the kayaks. I mean, this is also for kayak. The weather is just amazing. But so neat here. And now we're already coming out to another beach. All the beaches are small, but so many small of them. So, you know, if you are staying in an apartment a little bit up the hill there, you know, just towel on the arm, down, and whoopty, have a swim. Look how the houses, all the road, it's literally built, you know, on the water. So, opening the window in the morning, you look directly down in the sea. Nice, 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 nice. You know, city, if the economy is like this, reliant on tourism, you can just see that everything, you know, they just keep it so neat. Wow. Look, small restaurant just here. I mean, look here, sit here and eat. Just sit here and eat. I mean, how amazing is that? How amazing is that? Plenty of places where you can sit for some food out in this end of town. So when we tried to find a way to the town, we actually ended up here, and then we had to turn around because you can't go to the center with the car this way. Prosecco wine, OBG. So here you can probably buy wine directly from it. Maybe even where they would fill it into your plastic bottles. We have to go down here. It's too inviting when you look here. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. This is just too nice. Wow. So nice. So nice. Wow. But here, okay, with this, I would probably bring the shoes. Ah, there's a stair going up here. Yeah. Yes, I hear the houses directly. And you have urchins here, out in the water, so clean, very clean. Perfect. Let's go back to the center. I don't want to go further out. We have that. We recorded what it looks further out from the car, but you can actually go far out, following the coast. Just do that. I love it. I really like it here. Here they're even selling, what do you have? Mate, fig jam, honey, anchovies, olive oil, all of it. So I think we're gonna go up here, put Rota, and see if we can find our way back to the center. Let me just see how they are with pizzas here, just to compare. Polo Diablo 15, so it's similar prices as what we paid in Bull. 10 to 15, 16 euro for pizza, depending on which one, of course. Yeah, no, actually, so a little bit cheaper than Bull. Yeah, a little bit cheaper. So basically here from the corner you have Kogule going up and you have Piazza, and up here you have the church and the library. Seems like it. If you go up here, up in the corner and continue straight. So let's try and do that, and then we go back and we take the western bay, or the western side of the town after that. Konoba Postira. I loved how they did the decoration. Look, really nice here with this what looks like a window. And even they covered the one from the air condition. And here, did you notice this? With small wooden houses. Nice. So, the big church in town was supposed to be up here in the library. So we're gonna see if we can find that street food skartok. So, if anybody watching the video knows what it means when the road looks like this, you see, in there 1908. If it has some special meaning, I mean, historically, or if it just was to make it look as nice as possible. Because I've seen that this type of stonework in several of the villages and towns now. To find it. It looks like a church is in front of us. Sovna School. Private school. It opened in 1838. So it was the first private school. Yeah. Wow. Parish Church of St. John the Baptist. There's a Roman. Is that Roman ruins? There was a basilica here from the 6th century. Didn't know that. So again, if the 6th century and the ruins out at the Lovrečina beach was for the 5th century, so maybe it has, because of that clothes, it's related in some way. Basilica here and basilica there. But there still seems to be working on it here. Look, man, too nice, just too nice. Let's see if we can find a way down. Let's try this one. Because it has similar pavement, so I guess it's also some kind of important walking way. So now we're down in the center again, and we're gonna have a look at the western part of Postira. Restaurant Lipa. Also absolutely reasonable. If you're going for pizza, I don't check the other thing, but this is definitely reasonable. So out here it says, of course, you can walk. There's a graveyard. You can walk to Splitska, which we're going to visit later. And you have the Punta Vrilo beach. So let's see what we can find out. That's definitely here you can rent the kayaks. But we're going to take this way because there's a big hotel they built out here. I think it's called Grand View Hotel. We're just gonna walk around that one to get an idea how that looks. Yeah. So that's part of that hotel with a pool. Bar. And of course, beach, but laid out tiles, but at least easy access to the water. So here. This must be this, I think it's called Grand View, but we will see. This is the beach, Punta Vrilo. Also, you saw it was a very short walk from the town, but I mean all the beaches we saw here in Postira really looks inviting, so I think you should just pick the closest one to where you are staying here. Only if you want to have small kids, you want to go at Sandy Beach, you have to go out to Lovrečina. Sunbed 10, sunshade 5, also absolutely reasonable. Not out of the, out of range. And the beach continues all the way down to the end of the bay. So many beach options here. I'm not sure what that is. And of course, the hotel must have a huge pool area up here. But look here, just small white pebble to get into the water. Nice. And also here they have access for wheelchairs. So well done, Postira. So let's go up this way. I don't want to go further out. You can basically see from the footage here the beach just continues. So you can, if you get to Postira, please explore that yourself. But from what I saw till now, really nice in terms of beaches. And I think Splitska is way smaller than Postira. I think Postira is around 1,800. Splitska, I think, is only 200 or 300 people lives here, so way smaller. Really a small village. Prime spot, completely at the head of the bay. for us. Let's have a small walk around and just see, get the feel of this small village. Looks very, what they call tranquil, very quiet, but that's also a feature if you are looking for a place to spend your holiday in peace. So let's have a look at it. Look how nice it's made here. Oh, we always need to check, you know, so we know how's the prices around meat, salads, pizza. Same as Postira. Really reasonable. 10-13 euro for a pizza. I think that's not crazy. I just wanted to go up here. This side here. Small church. Some older stone houses up here. Yeah, nice. I mean, the piece of this place is just unbelievable. So restaurants, coffee bars, coffee bar. So Riva number 10 needs a bit fixing up, but not much. Just some new blinds. And a small city beach, concrete with easy access to the water, and I can see over the side there's also a few people lying on the rocks. I mean, with a few hundred people you don't need much, you know, this is probably sufficient for everyone. I think there's, of course, there's a base, the next base where you can go swimming, so I think that's more or less it. I don't think, simply it's a small village, so there's not much to go around and see. It was just because it's so close to Postira, you could actually stay here and you could walk to Postira. You know, if you feel you really want it quiet, then Postira is quiet, relaxed place, but if you want to take it a notch down, then Splitska is the place. Just outside of Splitska, when you go towards Supetar, there's this little nice bay with a beach called Zastup, and it's a pebble beach and looks pretty inviting and seems also to be quite popular. So, of course, because Splitska don't really have any pebble beaches and all the stuff, this would be the nearest one to go to if you're staying there. Hard to reach place, so let's see if it's worth our while. Tricky to reach this place, but it looks awesome. So now we are down at the Lovrečina beach. Looks really interesting what we saw till now, and I think it's very popular because they made a huge area for where you can park the cars, and you definitely need to go here by car, or you need to come with a boat. So the beach is located 11 kilometers from Postisja, 5 kilometers from Postira, and maybe 8-9 from Splitska. So if you're on holiday on the north side and you have kids, you can basically go to a beach like this, sand, shallow water, kids can play. So I think really good option, and you can see over here to the right, if you don't want to you know, be lying in the sand. They actually made a deck over there where you can have a deck chair and you know, avoid the sandy part when you're lying around. Wow, look, just, you know, perfect sand. But perfect. Really perfect. And we are now basically just outside of Postira. Not a big beach, but it's still a nice pebble beach. And I can see somebody came here with a kayak, but you saw we could drive here. You can probably go from Postira also with a bicycle. It's not that far. Nice. We now finished in showing you Postira. I hope you liked the town. We went down from the center to the east and later to the west, and we explored a little bit of the old town. You saw there was a lot of beach options here in Postira. No big beaches, but a lot of small ones, so you would be able to find one very near to wherever you would stay. Especially the east part of the town center. I love that with all the stone houses and stuff. The west one was more the hotel one, not 100% my cup of tea, but nevertheless, in total, really charming holiday city. So recommendation from here. Hope you liked the video. Please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos from Island Brac and anywhere else in Croatia.